day. Every single one of my games, I had over 90% accuracy. That I was very proud of, extremely proud of. I had over 90% accuracy. Music too loud? You guys think the music is too loud? Hey, Jathan. Jathan, I stream every day. Even when I just woke up at like 7:15 a.m. and then just played chess all day. Except, you know, sometimes I had maybe like 30 minutes between rounds, and sometimes I had 2 hours, depending on how long the games were. Yeah, join Discord. I was making announcements. I dare you, Jathan. I was making announcements all day. Like after my games, you know, I would upload them to chess.com, post the PGN, all that stuff. Okay, so starts. No, that's totally fine. I don't blame you at all. Okay, so it starts. E4, C5. You guys know I played my main line. This is still theory for me. And then he plays this move, which is knight b3. This move is often passive, but I mean I've seen it from, you know, Boa plays this one, I think, and stuff. So then, yeah, I just developed the knight, and then just bishop in. This is still pretty much normal. I'm like, wait, that's now, yeah. And then he plays here. This is a little bit of an odd move. You would see this move like often at higher levels, you know, just even though you know that you're blocking the bishop, you're getting your queen active, which I think that's a good move. Computer is okay with it. But then, yeah. Then I go for this break. I thought like 2 or 3 minutes about this, and then finally played it. He takes. I did knight takes because I didn't want to get the isolated pawns, but apparently the computer is okay with that just because of the centralized pawn and you can like push it and stuff. It gives you compensation. So here, I thought for another 2 or 3 minutes about this move. I was wondering if I should just castle and then allow him the isolated pawn, or if I should actually just trade off. So here, he actually decides not to take because I was expecting this, that, this, and then I'd give him bad pawns. But this would be passive. This is 45 minutes plus 10 seconds per move. Do I have... Yeah, I mean, it's normally because of the fact that when I play Blitz and Rapid, I normally have a lot of time. And so, just because of the fact that, I don't know if it was, like, just me having so much time to think compared to what I normally do. I mean, honestly, I'm not sure what it was. I really don't know. But... whatever it was, hold up. Let me go add the time control to that command real quick. There we go. Okay, I changed it. For the record. Yeah, Spencer Buck, sorry, I just changed it. I'm wondering, because I'm glad that I got to do it, because now people will realize, and then, you know, I mean, I'm also playing in the CCA February Open. I'm not sure how many rating points I gained, because it's like a time thing, so, you know, they have to I mean, it takes a week for them to, they have to do the anti-cheating detection, and they have to do, like the fair play checks and like all that, and then like for all the winners, I mean, it was the same thing as last time for the North American Blitz when I won. No, I did not play in the open section. No, I did not beat all the grandmasters and masters and people that were playing in that. Yeah, there were lower sections. I would have also won prizes in the higher sections above mine, but the ones that you registered for, just because of the fact that I don't have an online regular rating, so I was able to use my normal regular rating, and so I am under 1300, and so you guys can get the picture. But no, believe me, none of these games were easy. None of them. My opponents did not make lots of blunders. No, this guy made maybe one bad move in this game. In the second game, it was tough. I won a pawn in the beginning, but then he held on the whole game and just hammered away at me. Third game was insane. He was winning. He dropped a pawn and went. It was still even, and then there's all this like queen side attack and pushes and everything. It was just insane. But A3? A3 is the second best move in this position, chat. A3. That. Okay. A3. Just A3. Oh my gosh. Okay. So yeah, he decides not to trade, and then I take so that I can give him the bad pawns, and then I castle. So my pawn structure is clear. Apparently castling, it wanted me to play this, and I actually wanted to bring my bishop over here instead. There are a few computer moves that I didn't like here. It wanted me to play bishop d7 many times, which I didn't like, and it wanted me to take and undouble his pawns, which you're like, why? Yeah, $200 is $200. And tomorrow, I'm going for $200 again, Same thing tomorrow, 5 rounds. It's a little bit of a smaller tournament, and the sections are bigger, so it'll likely be a bit harder, but, that's pretty much, I could just be better than the computer, yeah, maybe. Okay, so here, we trade off. And as you can see here, my position is slightly better because the fact that he's these bad doubled pawns that I can just go here. He can't attack this. I'm waiting for the notifications on Discord, yeah. And then he pushes. This is the best move. He spent a while on this move. Thanks, Jack. And so I played this move thinking I wanted to keep my rook here so that I could possibly play a6, but I want to attack this ball while I can. And then he plays kind of this weird move, which it considers an inaccuracy. Texas? You went to Texas? Just for a chess tournament? I know, that seems like a lot. Just to play over the board. What rating section tomorrow? I think it's like under 1600 or something. I'm not sure. Yeah, you need rating. What's your rating now? Okay, so he goes here. Okay, so apparently I'm supposed to play bishop e8. Kind of another computer move there. It's like just bringing it back and opening it up. But I like this because it also stops that. Oh, back over 1800. Oh, wow. You have far to go, but I'm even farther. Grinding Blitz all night. Within the online, you mean me? Or Strider? Hot dogs. Yes, it was online for me. For him, it was in person. But for me, it was online, and I woke up at like 7:15 after going to bed like after midnight. And then I just sat in front of here, I did some puzzles. I played my first game. I was kind of like, not hygienic, but yep. Okay, so here's stopping this. I don't know. I just didn't. Whoa, 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 whoa. What? Where are we going so far? Okay. So this is definitely a mistake here because he's thinking, oh, yeah, I'm definitely going to fall for this. But no, I mean, I don't. And so I just play this, just stopping it up. So then, just, what in the world? Why does he keep doing this? Stop being weird. And then, he made this big mistake here. That, just one bad move here. Just takes, and then add this and get ready to double up. Take the pawn. And I just decided to play defensively and just go for the easy win. He just loses that pawn. Think he's going to take it back. And then here, I just had this easy just trade off, let him take all my pawns, and I just win this. And I was kind of bored at this point, so I'm like, yeah, you know what, whatever. And this is also not a slow way to checkmate, because of the fact that you can just push the king to the edge of the board. He resigned here. Okay, that is game one, chat. That is game one. Here's game two. I had 90.1 accuracy. He had about 70. So here, I played just my typical Queen's Gambit. But then he decides, after this, okay, sorry. Here, well then I guess you'll just have to hang out more often and then get one. Oh no. Now, Jathan, you coming off. And if you don't get a gifted one, I'll gift one to you. Okay, so if you keep coming back how you used to. Okay, so there, he just plays this. You're gifted and soon can you get mod? It's so random. So here, you know, I just go for my super attacking variation. You can't. Because if you ask for mod, you don't get mod. And so he plays this move. I didn't like this move at all. Blocks up this. He can't play c6 to defend this. He can't play here. And so now, he plays that bad move. He just drops his pawn. This 3-move combo here. Thanks, Andre. And then he just plays this, and now I'm up like a full 3 points because of the fact that I have both the center pawns. And then, yeah, I just went back. Apparently, I was supposed to grab this here, but I'm like, okay, well, this bishop is bad. And if here, you might be thinking here. Oh, I had queen a4. Then stuff like that and that. Oh, I didn't even see that one. I was just looking at just simply just back this there, and then I'm just totally fine and still completely winning. Yeah, knight c6 is, I mean, I guess it's playable in some variations, but you don't want to play bishop d6. He's dropping that pawn. Then yeah, you know, although I am a little bit behind in development, I mean, I bought the center pawns. We just go here. Look at that, gift sub to Draconic. All mods get free subs. Then I castle, bring the rook in. Apparently I was supposed to trade a few times. Is it queen a4 just winning? Yeah, it is. And so then I do this knight reroute that I'm kind of proud of. Just rerouting it to f4, which I really like. And then I'm thinking, okay, the knight isn't doing much on this square. And so I want to try and reroute it to c5, you know, attacking this, queen b3, stuff like that. Those are my ideas. And then he went queen f5. And then I just played that. So just simply here. And then, yeah, I thought about this for 5 minutes. I was thinking takes, this here, that. But just because the fact that my position was so good, I didn't want to give him any chances of counterplay, you know? Now this rook is active. Now he can capitalize on this open file and stuff like that. You call Hikaru to roast me? Okay. Yeah, call Hikaru to roast me. And so I just decided to go with kind of like a little bit more passive version. And so now just back, he's stopping that. Apparently I was supposed to play e4, okay. Just there. Thomas Boyle, thank you. And then he reroutes there and here. Now I'm just trying to get pieces off the board, just simply trading. And then, yeah, I'm threading a three-way fork here. The only good move is that. That's the only still playable move. And then I just go after the pawn. What in the world? Knight c4 is a mistake? Exciting challenges? No, I did not. The Juicer King. He wouldn't roast me. He's too nice to roast me. You're not supposed to play d5. I was looking at that line, but I didn't like it that much. I like this better because back, I played this. And this also taxes pawn if he pushes there. And also stuff like that. So I really like that. I don't know why the computer didn't. Yeah, and yeah, apparently I was just supposed to play d4. And then, yeah, he made this bad move. And then he offered a draw after that. And then I just come here, attack it, come back, take this, and then we just trade everything off. And then it's just simple from here. And then he actually just traps his bishop. Yes, called Magnus. And then, yeah, that was pretty much the end of him. But actually still, guys, he actually did put up a decent fight. Here, I just traded off, and then he played this move. Here, look. That, there, bringing my knight away. There we go. Look at the thing go up and down. But yeah, I just had to bring my knight back in, and then I came here. And this, I wasn't lucky. Here, there, this. See, this covers this squares, and these two cover these squares. But if they weren't, he would be able to make it back. Actually, I think he'd be able to win that, but I think it was still winning. Yes, Ms. Dirk. Oh, this disrespect is bad. Yeah, I mean, for some reason he thought that I couldn't do a king and queen mate, and so I'm just like, okay, buddy. And so, that is game 2. Now we come to game 3, chat. This was probably my best game. He actually had better accuracy than I did. He had 95.3 accuracy. I had 93.0 accuracy. This was an insane game. It took almost 2 hours to play. 2 hours, chat. Can you believe that? 2 hours. Yeah, see the doggo. Look at the doggo. Oh, look at that. Chat, look at that. Look at that. Doggo. I beat Stockfish. No, I didn't. That's a good one. Okay. So, it starts with just Temple 1 system. And this guy, his average opponent was like a 500. For some reason, he was getting super low in good pairings. And I don't know why. Don't ask me why. But he plays the 1 system. And so I'm expecting that he's not that good of a player. Okay? That's what I'm expecting. And I don't play any differently. I don't play any different at all. So he just plays his normal 1 system. I play how I normally play against him, with the bishop attack and all that. Okay, wow. Apparently he was supposed to take. He should have done that earlier. And so here, I try and get him this because I want to do takes, then push the next one. Okay. Then he takes there, and so now is where he really starts to get his advantage. He plays this extremely well, winning material. Then he even takes, which is best. Wow. And so I'm like, well, you know what? He's destroying me on the queen side. Open file, bishop diagonal, everything. There's a video on YouTube. Then he plays then I play h5. I'm like, well, you know what? My position is pretty much busted. I mean, guys, doesn't this honestly look terrible? He's up a pawn. He has stuff like that coming. He's castled. Good bishop diagonal. Like, queenside pushes in the future. I mean, this just looks awful for me. And I mean, it is. It's just like, even though the material is pretty much equal. And then I just go for h5, which just gives him a bigger advantage. And then I play this good move. So what I was thinking is of this line. Here, this. This, then after he moves this, then their mate. However, he has this. And I'm thinking this. No, he has that with check. So I looked at that line, and that line didn't work. So then I had to play this. And so now he plays this weird move. I'm like, huh, what is he doing here? I realized, oh, d4 is actually a good square for the bishop. And so I play queen f5, just trying to get my queen more active. And then he goes here. I feel like he definitely should have played f3 here. f3 is good, right? Yeah. f3 is good. And then he goes f4. And then at this point, he calls me a bunny. I'm not sure why. And then, he asked me in the chat, he said, after this move, he said, why not thirsty bunny? And I'm like, he asked me, after this move, he's like, why not thirsty bunny? And I'm like, oh gosh. Okay. Yes. It was kind of funny. It was kind of funny. Okay. So, gosh. And then I do this real quick. I'm like, okay. I'm already completely busted. Stream looks fine on my end. Thirsty bunny, exactly. I was supposed to just take, and so I'm like, you know what? We're just gonna go for this. And then he goes there, which isn't the best move, and so I play this. I don't want to trade off the bishops, you know? I mean, I'm trying to keep my chances. So here, and then I think about this for a while. So this, I'm thinking takes, gives him the bad pawn, but it's defended. Two. And then takes, and then I do this. So I get him this weak pawn, but now he's still up by 5 points. And so I do this good rook lift, and then he plays this move. I'm thinking, okay, so my idea was that if this, here, this, there, that, then I win this, right? And then if here takes, then I have this. With that, then just perpetual, right? So then, what he does is, okay, so let's go back. Okay, so now this here, and now he plays this, trying to attack my rook. And then now I play this, which is actually a really good move. It stops this now. Yeah, I'm doing some analysis, so it might lag a little bit. But it shows that very few frames are lag on my end, so. Okay. Okay, so like when I stop doing analysis for a second, it's fine. Say for example, like I'm fine now, right? Okay, let me go back a little bit then. Okay, so now here, and so takes, and so now I'm getting in this kind of isolated pawn. That was my idea here. I shouldn't be laggy anymore, I should be good. Am I good now? Okay. So now, I play this, and my idea is, and so my idea is that if this, there, that, then this, there, that, and I'm doing better. Otherwise, if this here, then I have takes, then perpetual. So, he decides to play this, trying to stop this and attack my rook at the same time. But then I find this good move, rook d3, so now that stops this, and then still same thing for this line where you trade off the rooks and then that. And then he makes his only bad move of the whole game, which is this. Now that drops his pawn with check. His idea is takes, then that's pinned, so I can't take back, and so he wins a rook. However, I take this with check. And so now back, and then I win another pawn. Apparently, I was supposed to play that? Really? This? What's wrong with that? Oh, because then I just trade queens, apparently. I don't know. No one's listening to me. Can you guys hear me? You guys like not hear me or something? Okay, so back there. Apparently, okay, so I took. Then he plays this, which is the best move. Then I takes this. Okay, for some reason the lines say that he's winning. Or no, sorry. The lines say that I'm winning. And then he plays, and then I play this move, which is apparently a mistake. Queen b2 is the only even line, just because of that and that threats. And so now here, wonder. There. And so now, forcing a trade, because if here, there. I mean, if trades, then I just come here and then you gobble up the pawns, right? Gotcha, okay. So then here. And so yeah, he just plays that move, which gives me a few other things. And so, this line here, look, so takes, then check. This here works because of this fork. Look at that. Look at that line, chat. Look at that line. Here, so captures there. I take this. He takes that, this, there, that. Then I have the fork, which trades and then forces the win. However, but what he does is he does this weird in-between move here. Sorry, yeah, it's probably lagging a lot right now. Darn it, okay. So, if here takes this. You know, let's just turn off the computer analysis. There we go. That should be better now. So, here, this, there, he can do nothing to defend us. If he does that, then he can't even push it and stuff like that. One thing getting taken by bandwidth. Then here, if he takes this there, check. If that I get mated. Actually, no, I don't get mated. So here, this, then I fork. That's the only thing that saves me, right? So then we go back, all the way back to here. And so now this, a little bit different circumstances. So this now, instead of playing this, because look, so if this, that, I can't fork anymore. It's like there's no fork anymore. Am I still lagging? Walking out of the room. So now this doesn't work anymore because the fact that he played this, and now we can recapture with the queen and stop the extra check. But look what I have. Look what move I have. This takes, then to force his king here, I go there. That. Then I force his king there, and then that, and then we trade. But it's still not over, chat. It's still not over. He has a lot of fighting things left. So takes there. If I play this, it's immediately drawn. What I have to do is I have to allow this, and then just slowly push him back there, that, and all that. That was a game that I'm extremely proud of. I mean, this guy's like 1,000 USCF rated. I mean, come on. He's even more underrated than I am. I mean, like, that was a crazy game. Definitely. Thanks, Johnny. I mean, that was an insane game. It really was. I mean, props to him. He ended with a 3 out of 5 score. I'm surprised that he did. I mean, considering that I got first and he could have beaten me. Could have very well beaten me. But yeah, I mean, that game, it really was insane here. The way that he just kept fighting on and hammering at me. And so this one, my opponent played surprisingly well for ending the game with more than the amount of time that they started with. So they used, however, that was partially because of the fact that this game was 105 moves, which means that that's an extra 1,050 seconds. Which means that that's an extra like 15-20 minutes that he had added onto his clock. So he only used like 15-20 minutes of his time. And so we see a pretty normal this there. But then he decides to go with this close variation. And so often you want to play stuff like takes and then like that and that and that and all that. And so what I like to do is I just like to shut that down right away. Johnny D got third in the Arena Kings. And so takes. I just developed the knight. Apparently this is excellent. That's the best move, but then that's a book move again. It was third place. And so now he plays this, I push. And then he goes with this attacking move, wanting to play this next. And so I play my normal knight d2, especially because that's going to be good in the future. So he just develops his bishop, I develop my bishop. Then he just decides to bring his queen back. And so now I'm doing this, threatening this move, because it takes there. And so then this queen and bishop have a good diagonal, and so I can just do that. Alright, see you, Jathan. You hurt, did you hear? And in Discord, nice. But yeah, guys, I got the same thing tomorrow. How's it going, Yickety? Thank you. So I'm not sure if he missed it or he was fine with it, but whatever was here. And so I just pushed the pawn, stopping stuff like this, and also that's not possible because then I can just bring my bishop back. And so now just rook open file, I castle. Then he goes with this annoying outpost. Nice. Okay, so I go here, threatening this diagonal, threatening to maybe play that or something like that. And then he just takes, so then I'm like, okay, whatever. And then he plays this, and I'm like, well, you know what? I don't like this, and then if takes, I don't want to have opposite card bishops because I want to go for the win here. And so I just decided to come back and then trade this stuff off. So now, as the position's about even. Tris has been sick. Oh no, he ate something weird. Look at that. Look at that. That's good. That's good. Okay. Fourth game still. So. You don't know how he sees. I don't know how he sees either. So now, often, a big thing in the Queen's Gambit exchange is attacking this pawn. So, keeping these pawns here. And so, this minority attack. Because what you try to do is you try and like trade this pawn and then you try and get a backwards pawn here. Because you can't do the same over here because of the exchange variation. And so, I go b4, which it says is best, but now the position's still even. He goes there, you know, just threatening that. And I run the king. If I run the king here, you can do stuff like threatening to sacrifice and then perpetual and whatever, so I just play there. And now I go for the trade-off, and now I want to trade things off. So here, stopping that line, forking these two and winning material. Now it goes here, and then I go this, wanting to take, then this. So now, this is a pretty interesting position because this pawn is isolated. But then he has a 2v1 over here. So it's kind of it's definitely an imbalanced position. And so he plays this. This is the best move, stopping stuff like that, and defending the pawn at the same time. And so then I just go king back, kind of a waiting move. He goes here, I go back, maybe looking at like this, there, that, and stuff in the future. But the thing is that because of the fact that it's 2v1 over here, I want to try and keep the rooks on the board if I can. So I just go here, threatening maybe like that, stopping that, and stuff like this. And so this, what I wanted is I wanted maybe just to move like that or something. Because then this, and then if rook there, then I win the pawn. And so, now queen would have to take, and then I'd be able to bring my rook into the open pawn next. So then, he doesn't play that, he just goes back. And now, there's this really weird line. Look at this. Here. That's what I play. And so because if this, their queen gets attacked, their battery just automatically just comes, it just comes like right in, the minority attack. So then here, apparently that's an inaccuracy. He's supposed to be rook c4, kind of a weird move. But then I just double up and then attack, and now I have a 2-point advantage here. And now I just trade off because I know that I'm winning material here. Because this line here, this, if that, he would have this, just defending them both. But I don't want him to play that. I make him play that, and then I come there, and then win it. So now I'm up. It's too advanced for my tiny little brain. No, it's not. Thank you. And I got the same thing tomorrow, too. So, that should be fun. Different tournament. It's a little bit smaller. A little bit less prizes, but first prize is still $200, so maybe another $200. That'll be fun. So then he just starts, and then I move the stuff here, there, and now he trades off. And so I spent a while thinking about, you don't want to cut his hair. So I'm thinking whether I should attack this, push that, push that. Oh, Jasmine's back again. Thought so. So here, I decided to go with this. And so here, you got into UConn? Nice. Where am I? Let's go. Nice. You're going to play basketball? You should play basketball. So then this, but I said to go with this move, defending this, and then so this, then I skewer him. I'm spending my winnings on all the money that I've gotten from streaming and chess and stuff. I've just like saved it. And I mean, I'm not sure. It's like my parents, like we were planning on, like splitting it up. It's like all I see is working. Yes, it was important. That is important. It's like my parents, like we were just gonna like split it up, and then like they were gonna get like a chunk of it or whatever. But it's like, what am I gonna do with this money? And so it's like I didn't give it all to them, and they didn't give it all to me. It's just kind of like in this like separate over to the side, and it's like I could use it to buy a car. I could use it for college and stuff like that. But that is a blunder, because the fact that now he's so far away from his pawns, he can't come back. They're not robbing me out. They let me stream. They used to do more work than I did for the stream. See you, Jonathan. You go to Yale? Wow. That's funny. You guys are like 10 minutes away from each other, going to different colleges. That's funny. So now I play this and this. Now I play this. And so if he attacks here, I grab this. And so he plays this. So now his rook is actually almost trapped. Look, he can't move his rook. This is actually a mistake because this, then that there. But he missed it, and so I play this, and then I push, and then I win the pawn. But it is still far from over, Chuck. Oh, your name says it all. So here, this, it might seem easy. It's not. It takes a lot of comboing, and look at this triangulation, Chad. Look. It takes some really hardcore triangulation. That's a blunder? What in the world? Here. So now look, here. Now I go here, and now I do this weird triangulation. Look. I go here, there, that. So that I can come back here. So now here, there. Then I wait for the check, and then I come back. So now he can't check me again. And then I can just check, and then push again. It's really weird, and I didn't think I'd be able to do it after a while. And then, yeah, just this, there, then just simple stuff like that. And yeah, that's pretty much just it. And that's GG. But yeah, that was actually really interesting in the game because it's like the guy plays so fast. Hey, Jude, thanks so much for the raid. Appreciate that. Shout out to Jude, another junior streamer. So then we were 4 for 4, and now we got to play the only other guy that was 4 for 4. Hungry though. Okay, so immediately from here, in the first game, the guy played this. This is mainline, you know, just this type of stuff and whatever. But again, just throws me off. I go here, stopping it. And then he goes C4, this big attack. And so this kind of transforms into like a weird Yugoslav. Well, I guess it's more of like a Marcus Bind and a Yugoslav kind of combined. Okay, so he goes back. And now I just start to develop my pieces. Apparently this is the best move, but then it goes back to book moves. It's kind of weird. And then, yeah. Gosh, I'm playing good moves here. Dang. Okay. Then Queen C7. You know, just paving the way for like this type of stuff here. Another shout out. Yes, thank you, Virgin. How's it going? And see, it's just kind of like a Yugoslav and a Marcus Bind at the same time. And so here you can see, I mean, my position is extremely passive. He's attacking squares in my territory. I don't even have any pieces on the 5th rank, much less attacking his side of the board. So, here. No. Haggard, this is USCF rated. Actually, wait, no. No, this was actually, this was on ICC. So I think it was ICC ratings. So then he goes here, which is a mistake. Because this. And so he can play this, and we can do this perpetual thing if we want. But he knew that he couldn't get a draw because I had better tiebreakers than him. And so... And then also, like, if here, I could have stuff like that if I wanted to go for the win. And so here, he plays that, and then I just grab it, of course. Then he plays this. And then I stop him with this, and then I'm also looking for this good spot for my queen on e6, because f5, blocking the bishop diagonal, all this stuff. And so now I get the rook to the open fall, and I do kind of this weird pin. And here is where he makes his blunder. There. I mean, it's not a blunder. It just considers it an inaccuracy. I'm not sure why just that. But now look, this. And so in order to keep defending this, he has to go back here or back here. And if he just goes back here, then of course he just loses it right away. And so if he goes back here, takes, threatening this. And then if queen takes, of course he just loses it. So then if here, then he loses his queen. So he does not play that. Then he plays this, and I just trade off, not wanting any complications. And then I just go here, forking. You're better at tiebreakers. So back. Yeah. My tiebreak score. Then there. Here. Yeah. I'm better at tiebreakers. Oh gosh. Vilfang, you were saying that I was like bragging that I'm better at tiebreakers. That's not, you can't like brag that. I'm better at tiebreaking than you. And so yeah, he's forced to take, otherwise it had this. And so now is where he hits me with the big kaboolies. So I'm thinking, okay, I'm destroying him here. And then he has this move. And then he has this move. Threatening this and that at the same time. So now G6, Queen F6 and G6 are both good. There. And then push here, there. The only move that's still winning, other than King F8, apparently that... Oh, yeah. No, maybe not. King F8, then what after this? Oh, G takes F5. Gotcha. Okay, I didn't see that one. Okay, so here is the only really good move. Then he plays this. And now look, like you can see, computer-wise I'm up, but the amount of attacking and stuff that he has here is it's like, I mean, it's scary. It honestly is, 'cause it says this is the whole tournament on the line. And now he's just throwing everything at me. And so, this, there, now, this cool in-between move. if I take this, takes there, then he's fine. And then if takes or takes, then he wins this. So I have this cool in-between move. And you might be thinking, oh, this attacks my queen. That attacks your queen. So I get this cool little in-between move. He runs here, now I just take. And he's still throwing everything at me. I mean, I'm still scared here. He threatens that. He threatens this. I run there. He threatens mate. Well, I mean, it's not mate, but then I have to sacrifice my queen. I defend it. He threatens this. I chase him away. Then I just take this, and then he plays that, going for mate, and then there we go. That is it, chat. That is the tournament. But yeah, I mean, it was exhausting, honestly. I mean, I just finished the games hours ago, and it's like, you know, I mean, they're still fresh in my brain since that's what I've been doing literally this whole day, and that's what I'm going to be doing the whole day tomorrow. So, this was a lot of fun. I mean, I'm glad I got the prize, glad I got the dubs, all that stuff. Hopefully, my USCF gets higher after today and tomorrow. Thanks, Kevstud. But yeah, I mean, I think I played pretty well. I made you first, yeah. Yeah, I mean, all these games were good, even though I was underrated, most of these players were also underrated.